Stick your neck out like a tech head and you're walking around and everybody's asking what's wrong with you. Take paracetamol, take paracetamol. This is not good though. Take paracetamol. There is pain in beauty. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Faith and I'm here today to tell you all my thoughts about knotless box braids. So I've had my braids in for 5 weeks now, and let me tell you how I feel right now. Like right in this very moment that I'm talking to you, in these very moments that I am talking to you, I want to yank them off my head. I had enough. I literally just want to yank them off. All I'm going to say today are just my opinions, and this is what I think, and I'm also going to give some tips on how to keep it looking good even after you've had it in for a few weeks. Now let's get straight into this video without any rambling, because I know I tend to ramble a lot. So I'm going to list the pros first, and then I'm going to go into the cons, and I'm going to say tips. So this is going to be a very brief video, but yes, so the pros. The first pro, bam, it doesn't pull on your edges. Like, since your edges are safe, like, that is music to my ears. I feel like my edges have remained the same, if not even flourished a bit more. So today I haven't put any product on it. I haven't put any gel, just so I can like show you exactly what it looks like in real life without doing anything to it. So I feel like my edges have been safe throughout me rocking this hair. Like, even when I fling it around, I don't feel tension. Like, it's actually so good. This is like afro hair, black hair, natural hair. This is like top notch. This is something that we all want. Like, you don't want your edges to be disappearing. You don't want your edges to go on a journey after you've just done braids. And I know this is the reason why so many people just end up doing braids at once a year or once every other year, just to make sure that their edges are preserved. But I tell you, with this hairstyle, your edges are safe, so you can have your braids like a couple of times a year if you want to. That's number one pro. So number two, it is so lightweight. Like, it is so light, and there's probably 2 reasons to this, which I'm going to share one of them in my next point. But it is so lightweight that you can do so much without even noticing that you have braids on. Like, the typical braids that we usually put on, I'm sure you wear them, and when you put it in a ponytail, you can feel the weight, especially pulling on your edges. You can just feel the weight of that braid like on your head. You just know it is there. With this one, not that you don't feel it at all, it is just very minimal. Like, what you feel is a very minimal. So lightweight, and that is also adding to number 1 point, which is that it doesn't pull on your edges. So that is amazing. And my third point is that you don't need to use a lot of extension packets. So I think I only use 1.5. So this is all I have on my head, and it still looks really good. In my opinion, it looks good. I only use 1.5. It looks good. It looks lightweight. It looks natural. I think you can get away with using 2 or 3. And I use the Expressions Ultra Braiding Hair. I will attach a picture somewhere if I can find it, just so you know exactly what I'm referring to as 1.5 packets of this exact extension, right? So you don't need to use too many extensions. So instead of thinking like you're going to get your hair done and you're going to break the bank, no, you're only buying 2 packets of hair, and hopefully your hairstylist will be very nice with you with the price. But yes, you don't need a lot of packs of extensions. Another pro is that as soon as you have just got your braids done, literally right the minute you stand up, you can throw this baby girl into a ponytail. You can style her like you would not feel pain at all. And like, when I finished, I was just like, I literally just finished, like, how can I not feel anything? Like, how in the world is this happening? It was so amazing. Like, you know how when you braid your hair, you are literally like this for about 3 days. Stick your neck out like a tech head and you're walking around and everybody's asking what's wrong with you. Take paracetamol, take paracetamol. This is not good though. Take paracetamol. There is pain in beauty. No, this hair, you literally don't have to do any of that. You can throw this girl up, like, you can style her, you can do anything you want straight away, and you would feel no tension and no pain. she is good. And my final point is, I feel like you can actually get away with carrying this for as long as you possibly want to. Though I always recommend that with braids, you don't go beyond the 4, 5, 6 weeks at most. If you want to, do not go beyond that point, because then you're just pushing it. Like, you're just pushing it. So I've had mine in for 5 weeks now, and I already have like ½ an inch of growth. So yeah, I feel like it's yeah, I've had enough growth, and at this point, just take it off. There's no need to have it in anymore. Like, what are you using it for? Just take it off and do something different with your hair. But to be honest, if you want to have it in for a bit longer, you can. You can, okay? Just make sure that your hair is being taken care of underneath this. This is a brilliant protective style because it doesn't even break your hair off. Well, I'm going to take it out and I'll tell you guys how much hair breakage I had after taking it out. But yes, but be yourself. Why exactly do you want to have your braids in for more than 4 weeks? Like, sis, you're so dramatic. Anyway, so yes, that's that. I think those are all my pros, and it has remained consistent through my 5 weeks of having this in, which is a really good thing, which is a brilliant plus. It's so good that I've just felt like this all throughout. It's just personally, I like that I can't have my braids in for too long. So right in this very moment, they need to go. Like, you can't go. You have done enough. You have done enough. Okay. So cons. The only con I can think of right now, the only con at all in this entire 5 weeks that I've had this hair in, happened on the day I was getting it done, which was that it can take quite some time to get done, and I feel like it takes a little bit longer than the average box braids, but it's worth it. I think it is worth it. It's if your butt hurts if you sit down for too long, that one I can't help you, so just save yourself the stress and just don't do it. But if you can endure it, and if you just have a lot of things to entertain yourself while you're getting your hair done, trust me, you'll be fine. And you will finish and you will be like, damn, I look cute. So I'm just going to tell you my tips for care. Now, this is exactly what I've done to just get my hair looking still good. So now the only parts I feel like need retouching are actually my overgrowth, which I think is normal. Like, it's fine, but the strands themselves, I feel like they still look pretty good, which is why I could be tempted to carry it for a little bit longer. So what I've done, the only things that I've done, and this thing, you don't even need anything major. You don't need anything major. So the only things I've done are, one, I make sure that before I rest my head on any surface, so I'm out and about, I can do that, but like once I get home, before I lie down, because you can easily get carried away and just lie down, lay on the sofa, lay on your bed. Before you do that, just tie your hair up, put your satin scarf around, put your hair into a bun, and put your satin bonnet over your hair. So did you hear that? I'm going to do it again. So tie your hair up, okay? Put your satin scarf around your edges, tie it around your hair to secure it, and then you put a satin bonnet over all of that. This is to make sure that the fabric of your bed sheet, pillowcase, your sofa is not rubbing on your braids, and it doesn't encourage your own natural hair strands to come out of it, and it keeps your braids looking lush. I feel like my braids still look pretty good for 5-week-old braids. So that's the main tip. That's like the main thing I can tell you to do. And I know you do get a lot of flakes if you use Eco Styler gel or gel to do your edges, but I'm also going to be dropping a video on how to get rid of gel flakes from your edges, and this will be really helpful just to keep your hair looking nice and fresh even after you've had it in for a few weeks and you've applied some gel on it. But yeah, this is pretty much all I'm going to share. Don't forget to give your hair some moisture while it's in those braids. Like, just oil your scalp every now and then, and you can spray a spray bottle on your scalp every now and then, just give it some moisture and give it some oil. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for stopping by on my channel, and I hope this encourages someone to get this box braids in, because I absolutely love them. But I'm done. But yeah, I actually absolutely love this, and yeah, it would be really nice to get it done again. I will be doing it again in the near future. So I'll speak to you guys in my next video, and bye.